politics is not an easy game, you know. And nothing else can substitute for hard work. From about 2006, the party has been struggling with contests. From the two contests with Dr. Phillips, Comrade Portia Simpson Miller, and even though, you know, at times, I would say the fractions heal, but I still believe that over time, bits and pieces remain, which has carried forward up to today. But as I believe that the team that basically has emerged victorious, you know, now has to make a concerted effort. Sometimes you're probably going to even have to probably give up some of your own rights and some of your own strong beliefs that you have, you know, for the sake of unity. I understand the position, and I can't speak for it, but, you know, being on the political hustlings for some time, I can understand the position that the party leader is in. Because one, he has won the presidency. And two, there is no doubt that there are some persons who still believe that somehow he's not the right person. Some persons, I can't speak to the percentage. I know that there was a demonstration, 6 persons came. You know, I don't have the scientific evidence. So, put yourself in the leader's position. What do? You have to strengthen your team around you to ensure that if any future challenge comes, then you're able to stay above that challenge. You know, so any political leader, whether at the party, the head of the party, at the constituency or the divisional level, and if you are aware that there is a challenge in the air, or there is somebody who still wants to unseat you, you as a politically astute person, you are going to want to have the need to strengthen your soldiers around you. But at the same time, while strengthening the soldiers around you or him, you have to be able to strike that balance. You have to still be able to include persons who didn't support you. So I think the leader he has found himself between a rock and a hard place. And I understand what he's going through. A poll is a snapshot at a particular moment. I don't think a lot of persons, so much things has happened over the last 12 months. So I don't think persons remember that the party president is really in the position for just about a year right now. And there's no doubt that there were issues that the party was grappling with for years. And to be fair to him, all the problems that the party has been facing for many years, you wouldn't expect him to get a lid on the situation in just 1 year. Right? So that's the first thing. He needs to get more time. The second thing is that I am one of the persons who I am on the ground every day. You know, and I can tell you the feeling that I get from the Jamaican people and the comrades is not what I see in the poll, to be honest with you. What I am sensing on the ground amongst the comrades is just they want the party to settle down, to get on with the business. Most of the comrades, they're just frustrated with some of the pulling and the fighting that is happening. A lot of them are just wondering why is it that we can't just rally behind the party leader and go forward and do the work, because we don't have a structural problem. You see what the question you just asked me, in terms of if the party has the capacity to do what I just said, or the present structure. Believe you me, the forefathers of this party, they have to be commended. And a lot of persons don't, the reporters yourself, probably has to be blamed, but a lot of the work that takes place at party conference, the annual private session, the working sessions, in terms of the resolutions that are put forward and approved, we have a serious structure, that if the party members just dedicated themselves and said, look, we're going to do the work, and we're going to do the work according to the constitution and the structures that have been set up. We couldn't lose no election. But over time, I can tell you, and the young people has to take some of the blame. The youth organizations, they are going to have to play a more critical role, and they have to understand that as young people, they have the greatest at stake because they are the future. I remember when Maxine Henry Wilson was General Secretary and I was President of the PNPYO. You know, when I hear now how much millions of dollars the party has to be taking out to conduct polls and to do canvass to find out how you stay in a division or a constituency. That was one of the main functions of the PNPYO that time. You know, we were able, when the General Secretary called up on us and said, Comrade Spencer, we are going into an election, a by-election down Northeast St. Anne, and we want you to put together a group of comrades to do the canvass. I can tell you, when the YO did those canvasses and submitted that to the General Secretary, you can call her, you can ask her, it was dead on. And we never have the luxury of what some of the young people have now, because I remember when we used to go to Brownstown, Comrade Birchall Whiteman was member of parliament at the time to assist and give assistance up there. We used to throw too much in the classroom and sleep mosquito bite us up. I remember Comrade Charmaine Harrison, Comrade Bryce from Manchester comes to mind with some of those what we had to do. So I'm saying, and Danny Book always say, politics is not an easy game, you know. And nothing else can substitute for hard work. Hard work. And I keep referencing Danny Book because he was the one who taught me. There was not a month that went by that he never ensured that he had his constituency executive meeting and an extensive community meeting now, a larger group than the executive, which will include now his area leaders. And religiously, every single month that was done. There is no group in his constituency, in Southwest Elizabeth, that could not have their monthly meeting. They couldn't come into constituency executive meeting and report that them never keep a meeting. They couldn't stay. And that is how serious he was with the political work. But I feel a sense of relaxing. I get a feeling that there are some persons who they have gotten caught up with the hype. They are more concerned with getting a soundbite, with getting on TV, with getting on the radio, with getting them picture in the newspaper. And the truth is, that can't substitute for hard political work, house to house, meeting and greeting the people, ensuring that your canvas is done all the time, ensuring that you do the enumeration.